Hello everyone, today I am with somebody I've known now for more than 20 years, James Bruvis, who used to be an investment banker here in Jakarta, is back visiting. We first met I think in 97 or 96.
Yep, certainly late 90s.
So it's literally 20 years ago. So just quickly, what do you make of Indonesia at the moment?
Well,
How
it's
do you
nice
think things are going?
it's nice to come back to Jakarta and see that there are a couple of train stations that have been built with a train line out to the airport. I hear that the train perhaps isn't the preferred mode of transportation to get to the airport yet, but at least the effort's going in. And similarly, there are some elevated rail infrastructure going in, so we can see that the concrete's in place in some cases. So maybe, give it a couple of years, we'll have a nice light rail around the city to complement the underground. So first signs are there, but obviously,
So better infrastructure.
yeah, but it's tragic that the traffic situation has been allowed to get as bad as it has become.
Yeah.
I was in Istanbul a few weeks ago. It's the best light rail system I've seen anywhere in the world there. So there's a country that's been running a current account deficit, but
Putting it into use.
but it seems to have been put to pretty great use, and obviously financial markets are punishing that place at the moment, and you just wonder whether Indonesia isn't a little bit behind in the in that cycle, and sort of has to sort of work through all that over coming years.
And how about emerging markets in general? What do you think about emerging versus emerged?
To my mind, equities globally look to be in a fairly risky place with valuations fairly elevated. The recent sell-off in emerging markets has made them a much more interesting proposition, I think.
Yeah.
And so, my little view of the world is that we'll perhaps see money flowing out of the US Treasury market, which seems to be the crowded trade,
Yeah.
and those fund flows are going to have to find a home, and in particular with the sell-off over the past couple of months, emerging markets equities are somewhere where they can end up.
And where else do you think that those funds will end up?
Well, the depressed markets at the moment, the way I see it, are gold and silver to a certain extent, also agricultural commodities, so whether that be wheat, the fertilizer market, the palm oil market, uranium as well is something that's interesting. We're increasing focus on climate change, etc. I think nuclear has to be part of that solution. Who knows, after the sell-off over the past week or so, maybe we'll see some flows at the margin into the cryptocurrency realm as well.
Yeah.
So,
And let's say if you go to all of those options, so treasuries, yields rising, money going into things like commodities, emerging markets looking quite attractive, the new cryptocurrencies, which one would you say is the most attractive? Based on your experience of seeing these kind of situations?
yeah, I mean, that's difficult to say. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, at least I don't have one that works, but maybe amongst all that, I would say the agricultural realm is the one that the charts look really interesting. We're seeing long bear markets across lots of agricultural related commodities. So the wheat complex, the grain complex, and palm oil perhaps comes into that as well. I mean, all sorts of issues there, but it looks to be one area of the global financial markets where there's perhaps some genuine value there.
I agree. Okay, thanks very much.
Yeah, well.